Hello jewelry friends, it's Amy. Welcome to my Saturday feature-length video. Today's video is going to be a haul for this bracelet right here, and then the rest of the items I'm going to talk to you about are some storage ideas for my door knocker earrings and for my rings. And so I'll be sharing some of my jewelry, which is what I like to do here on my channel. And if you're here, thank you so much for being here. If you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so. Subscribing to my channel is absolutely free, and it tells YouTube that you like the content that I'm putting out there, and that it will encourage YouTube to put my videos out there for other people who might be searching around at jewelry videos, and that would get me more viewership, more subscribers and stuff. And I really appreciate it. That's would mean a lot to me if you would do that. So welcome and thank you for being here, and let's get going with the jewelry. So I was able to make it to a flea market. No, not a flea market. Oh, bite my tongue. The Nashville flea market is this weekend, but I was able to make it to an estate sale on opening day, probably within the first hour of them opening. And so I went through, found a little bit of jewelry. Usually, if you go to estate sales often, you can kind of tell when there's a man and a woman living there. You can tell when it's just a man or just a woman. And I think in this instance, it was a gentleman whose wife probably passed away, and he just had a few things. That was kind of the vibe I was getting, because it was a lot of sports memorabilia and guns and coins and toys, like tank trucks and stuff. So anyway, and just a little bit of jewelry, a little bit of purses, like maybe some stuff that were stuck in a drawer that he never cleaned out or something. I don't know. But anyway, but needless to say, I bought this bracelet. And this bracelet, let me zoom you in and take this out so it'll focus on the bracelet. So look at that beautiful engraving on there. Now, this bracelet is not sterling silver. I really don't know what the material is, but it polished up beautifully with my polishing cloth. But whenever I put the magnet to it, it sticks to it. There's a pull there. So there is some magnetic properties within this bracelet. Now it has a little whoops, that's the hinge. No, it's not. Sorry, that's the hinge. So I tried this on while I was there to make sure it fit, because it looks super tiny. It's got a real easy just little push clasp, and it opens up, and you can see right here where there should be a safety chain, and but the safety chain is not there. And it closes. You got to get it in there just right. And if I look at it instead of looking at it through the camera, I can do it. So it's got a real nice push clasp. I think I will put a safety chain on, just out of some, chain I have lying around, because it opens real easy whenever, if you push it just the right way. So it hinges open, and I could see inside that there was some writing on it right here. Let's see if you can see it too. Yeah, right there. So I got out to the car where the light was better and pulled out my loop from my kit, and it said other patent pending. And I was like, okay. So I don't know anything else about this bracelet other than that it was pretty. I liked it. The price was right. And I think out of all the jewelry that they had there, this was the best of the best, if that tells you anything. They actually had a Mickey Mouse pendant, and I'm going to use air quotes here, pendant, and it was on a chain, and I was like, that is a keychain that somebody has put on a chain and worn around their neck. Like that. That was not an actual, anyway, it was a very large Mickey Mouse pendant. But anyway, whatever. All that to say, I felt like this bracelet was the best of the best that they had to offer in what little bit of jewelry they had. They had a lot of men's pieces, tie clips and cufflinks, a lot of medals. I think this fellow was in the military, so there were some medals there as well, but nothing that interested me. I only wanted this. All right, so I'm going to do a quick change out here. And then we're going to talk about some door knocker earrings and how I store them. So I'm going to put you on pause. Alrighty, so I've zoomed you out a little bit, so that's why you can see the side of the light box here, but I wanted you to see this full tray here. My husband has a 3D printer, and he 3D 3D printed me this divider tray to fit, if you'll recall from a couple of videos ago, to fit with these trays that he made me. It says Hello Jewelry Friends, and he even beveled them so that way they stack. And so I got all these door knockers, if you will recall, most of them from Hannah at Hannah's Heirlooms. I had put out just a generic request to any YouTuber out there saying, hey, I'd love to have more of these components, because I had purchased, let's see, it was these and one of the black pairs. I had purchased these from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. And I said, oh, but I want more. They're just beautiful. Well, Hannah went out and found them for me and got the bulk of these, and now I am the proud owner of all of these different beautiful door knocker pieces, and I've shared them before. I wanted to buy them sight unseen from Hannah, and she was like, well, let me take a picture and send it to you just in case. And I was like, I knew I didn't need to see a picture. I knew I wanted them. So she offered these to me. I purchased them, and she sent them up to me. She's down in Georgia. I'm up in Tennessee. So as you can see, I got a couple little spots here. My husband said he didn't get it just right as far as like evenness. So like these in the corners are like smaller, and but that's okay, because I was like, well, I can put little studs in there, or these little components as I buy more, they fit in there just fine. So I have my gold omega back door knocker pieces over here, and they are all just the same. They're that smooth gold, and of course got the nice omega backs to them. And then I've got the silver over here on this side, and they're different. They are this one has lines in it, and kind of reminds me like a shell of, like a insect or something. And then these also have lines in them, but they have more of a actual shell shape to them. And it gives you lots of choices on how you want to wear things and try them out. And so I just wanted to say thank you to my husband for making this for me, and because it just works beautifully. And I have a little box back there propping it up a little so you can see it a little bit. Let me tip it up just a little bit more. So isn't that just like a color-coded happiness right there? It is for me. This brings me a lot of smiles, a lot of joy. There are all the black ones right there. I have the most of the black. These are the plastic ones, and then these are the onyx ones. And then up here, these two are they were given as a set, but they do not match. So they're waiting for their mate up there. If I can borrow that from, who says that? Is it Cherished Relics? I think she says it, got to wait for your mate. So they're sitting up there waiting for their mate. And got some tiger's eye down here. So followed by the black, I have different tiger's eyes, but they are different. Each one of these are shaped differently and have different chatoyancy. Love that word, don't you? And so it's kind of fun to pull them out and mix and match. And, sometimes you fiddle around. Do you want it that way or do you want it this way? And so you got to figure out how you want to have it. But anyway, so what do you think about that? You like that? Isn't that pretty cool? My husband's a really nifty, talented fella. And it's so funny because I'll say something and he'll hear me and then create something. So like I was, for example, take this light box. When I first started my channel, I didn't have it. And I was like, I was so frustrated with my lighting situation. And the next thing I know, this light box, it gets delivered from Amazon. He said, I bought you a light box. You said you were having trouble with your lighting. This will help. And then with these trays, I was organizing my jewelry and putting things away, and I was like, I don't have enough trays. And he's like, well, I could 3D print you some. And the rest is history. I think I'm up to 4 or 5 of them now that he's printed for me. And what's great is he saved this, so all he's got to do is just go click on something, make sure the filament's in right, and it starts to print. He'll start it at night, and in the morning we'll wake up and I got jewelry trays. That's awesome. So, okay, so that's, I want to share this with you. And then my next storage I want to share with you was purchased from Amazon. So, and it is my ring storage. So, let me put my hand this away and pause you. Okay, and this is more the traditional, I've seen it on Amazon before. jewelry case. This was before my husband was like, hey, I could 3D print you something. So this is gray, kind of, it's not velvet, but like flocked. It's got a nice little soft material. It's got two little locks right here. Got the clear glass to it, and I love that because I can glance in there and see it. It does stack, but it's not like grooved like my trays that my husband makes me. And then, of course, you lift it up, and it's got the little ribbon there to keep it from, running away from you. And then it's got the hinges back there. And then, and I'm sorry, I got that box back there. Oop, here, well, all right, we'll just make it flat. So these are, this is my ring storage. Now, not all of my rings are in here. This is mostly my sterling silver rings, and got a little bit of gold, like vermeil and costume gold over here. And then, of course, my honorable mention gold snake down here. So, are you guys ready to dig in? Some of the stuff you've seen before because I've purchased it recently and it's shown up in haul videos. Others I haven't shared with you. So, you guys ready? Here we go. And I think I'm going to, because I don't want to, it's not going to focus if I, let's see if that'll work. Let's see if that, oh, for heaven's sakes. Let me pause. All right. Whoo, boy, I had a little coughing fit right there. All right, let's see what we can do here. Is this going to work? And maybe zoom? There we go. So this is my little Indian Chief ring, sterling silver with enamel, black and red enamel in there. I purchased this from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. I've yet to wear him, but boy, howdy, I had to have him. He is just wonderful. And so let's keep on trucking here. This is my computer ring. It's got a beautiful little clicky to it. It says control on it. And it is all sterling silver. I purchased this from Elizabeth K, and I like to wear this, and it reminds me of my husband because he is a computer. He's in the technology business, so works with computers all the time. So I got that to think of him whenever I wear it. Let's see. This I think is. I don't think this is sterling silver. Well, it does say something right there. I wonder what that says. Hold on, golly. And it says maybe if I flip it the other way I can read it. Oh, it says 925 Thailand. Well, there you go. So it is sterling silver. I purchased this from Anna as well. And I just really like this. If I have to admit, this is probably like one of the most brutalist rings I have, most modern. But I bought it because it reminded me of those parasites that Khan put in Chekhov's ear in The Wrath of Khan. So I'm sorry. I love Star Wars, Star Trek, and Stargate, and Firefly. Purchased this from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. These this is a Carolyn Pollock, sterling silver. It's got some stars. It looks like it's a bypass ring, but really it's not. They are connected. But purchased this. I do love my celestial jewelry as well. This is a sterling silver ring that I purchased at the Nashville Flea Market back in the 90s. If you can see all the dings and nicks in it, you can see that it has been well loved and well worn for many, many years. And it's very much a workhorse of my rings. For the longest time, I just pretty much wore it every day. This one I also got at the Nashville Flea Market. It's sterling silver as well. It's got some onyx in it on the side here. Might be enamel. But again, I've worn this one so much, the little poofy parts of it there's some dings in it, and you can see how misshapen it is. But again, absolutely love it. Got this one at the Nashville Flea Market back in the 90s. And back then that was before we had YouTube and It was the best bang for your buck for one-stop shopping for jewelry here in Nashville at the time. So, and they have it over the course of 3 days, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, once a month. And it's always fun to go down there and knock around. And it's fun to see people who've been there for as long as I've been shopping there as well. So this one, again, oops, a little too big for that one. There we go. Or my finger's a little too big for that one, I should say. So that one looks very nice too. I think this would look really good with those whenever I wear these earrings with the door knockers. I thought that would go real good together. Let's see. This ring is not sterling silver. It's costume. I purchased this one from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage, and it's kind of hard to tell, but there are all these little like hearts. You see how there's a heart there, and they're kind of offset a little as well. There are not it looks like there's like crystals or something in there. It's the way it's been stamped into the metal. Does that make sense? So, real pretty hearts, another motif that I'm very fond of. This gunmetal colored ring right here was an Avon piece. I think it might have been part of the Mark line as well. But I don't really wear this one very much. But again, a little brutal. I don't know. It's just one of those things I can't really let go of it. And I have another one right here that's in like a blonde wash. Back at the time, I was really into it. And I did wear them a little bit more back then, just not so much now. But anyway, he still has a place of honor in there. All right, so that was one whole roll. Let's move on to the next one. This is a mother of pearl ring. It looks like there's marcasites on there, but there's not. It's just the way the metal's been stamped. If you look very closely, there are some prongs missing. I purchased this at an estate sale in Smyrna, Tennessee, and it's just a pretty little classic piece. And then let's see, this ring I purchased at the Nashville Flea Market, but more recently, like within the last couple of years. This is a poison ring, and it's got a moonstone in it. Well, it might be a quartz. There's not a lot of flash, so let's not say moonstone. Let's not say rainbow moon. Anything. Let's just call it quartz. But right here is, well, I don't want to break a nail. I'm sorry. I've been doing some yard work today, and there we go. Got it. So I trimmed my nails back. Let me finish that thought. I was doing some yard work earlier today, so I trimmed my nails back. I don't really have a lot of nails in their thin right now. So anyway, this is a poison ring. And I have a lot of fun showing that off. It's got like a little grape motif right there. And sterling silver base on it. Everybody's got to have a poison ring. At least one poison ring. At least. Okay, this ring right here, purchased at the Nashville Flea Market back in the 90s. It's got some red, I'm going to assume that's stone, just the way it's inlaid, and some marcasites. And the marcasites are all still there. I have not lost a single one. And unfortunately, it does fit. Okay, it fits on this hand. It doesn't fit on my right hand anymore. It fits on my left hand. But again, I used to wear this one all the time. Ugh. And you can tell by how dinged up it is. This next ring right here is plastic, and I got this for free at a yard sale. I liked it, and I had it in my hand and was going to pay, and I was like, whoops, I forgot about this. And the guy was like, you can just have that. So anyway, little heart ring. I've actually worn this just once. It's just a nice little plastic fun ring. Let's see, this ring right here glows purple under a black light. I don't have a black light down here to show you, but it's raw. And I purchased this it was like a one-time purchase. I got this in a bracelet from, I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name of the channel right now. I look in the mentions below. I will mention it in the write-up for this video. Unfortunately, I cannot remember what kind of stone this is. she whenever she sent me my receipt, it would just had the information about the bracelet on there, and the bracelet was rainbow moonstone, but obviously this is not rainbow moonstone. So anyway, I can't remember what the name of this stone was, but she showed that it glowed. I like the orange color. I actually wear this a lot with some orange clothing that I have. There's an undercarriage on it, so and it's very comfortable to wear. Nice little ring. And I'm sorry I can't remember the name of your channel off the top of it. It was like I very rarely went. I just happened to stumble upon her live. The prices was right, so and she had one I wanted, so I bought it. Okay, this is a silver, because there's also gold. What's the name of it? I'm drawing a blank right now, but you guys can see the silver in there. Silver sheen obsidian. Woohoo! It came to me. This is a silver sheen obsidian ring. Purchased this from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage. It is a bypass, or not a bypass, an adjustable, which I have started to learn is really the way to go, because sometimes your fingers are nice and big and sometimes they're not. And so I really liked, and it is sterling silver, but I like wearing that ring with several pieces of jewelry. And got a good bargain on it, man. She was giving away the everything that night, and I got a good deal on this. Let's see here. This ring is from the Nashville Flea Market from the 90s, and it is, I don't know if it's onyx or if it's enamel. I just was kind of like buying things to go with outfits back then, as opposed to what was real, what was not. So anyway, nice little black circle there. This ring right here is an Avon, and it's got a lot of bling power to it. And if you'll notice, you can see right there, there's a rhinestone missing. I've lost and there was a black one that was missing as well. And I think it's right here, and I took like a black Sharpie and just put that in. This one might have to be donated one day soon. It's not sterling silver. It was just a little costume piece, and I don't really go for it all that much anymore. This is just a little black onyx ring. Found it in a jewelry jar, and it fits. I've been pretty lucky with rings that I find in jewelry jars. They tend to fit me. So I wear that one. Oh, this is most definitely black onyx and sterling silver. And I purchased this at the Nashville Flea Market back in the 90s. And this, because of how thick that is, that will not fit over my knuckle anymore. And I mean, I could probably get away with it there. But it is a beautiful oval, like very goth looking. But lovely as well. All right, so that completed another roll. So now let's go to the next one. This is a gold snake. I showed this recently in one of my YouTube shorts. I wore this just this past week. I got this at what's the name of it? Thrift Smart in Madison, Tennessee. And it has no markings on it whatsoever. And I know it looks like there's markings there, but it's the eyeball on the snake. But get lots of compliments on this and love wearing it. And it was just a nice little find. And it's over here because I was kind of out of room over on this far side where the other gold stuff was. And he's so long, so I kind of tucked him down there. Now, on the same day I bought the gold one, I also bought this one. And this little silver one. And I remember the lady helping me at the counter. She's like, "You like snakes?" And I was like, "Well, just happens to be what you have for sale here today." Again, not marked, not sterling silver, just a little costume piece. But you know, if you know me, you know I like to have options. So of course I'm going to want a silver snake and a gold snake, because sometimes you need both. All right, so, and then this next ring right here, let's see, I got this from Hannah, didn't I? Yeah, I got this from Hannah. This is like a shell ring, and it's very lightweight, fits beautifully on the finger. I have several pieces of jewelry that have this shell motif in it, and it goes great with a Hebrew shell necklace that I purchased from Jen at Jen's Gems, and I have also purchased some other shell pieces specifically because I knew I had the ring, so I purchased like a shell pendant recently and things like that. So good, nice little piece to wear when you want to wear shell stuff. And it looks like I got a ding or some dirt or something on it. It happens. It's jewelry. It's going to get dinged up. Okay, these next 3 pieces I purchased within the past couple of years from the Nashville Flea Market, from Tools to Jewels. And she's getting ready when they finally get rid of. So the husband likes to buy tools and resell them, and she likes to buy jewelry and resells it. And so she said that whenever they get done selling all his tools, they're going to change the name of the business, like Jewels for You or something like that. So, but right now it's Tools to Jewels, and she quite literally is at the Nashville Flea Market right now. I follow her on Facebook, and so she always posts what flea she goes, and she travels around to all these different flea markets, and I'm like, what a life. So this is, and I kept a little piece of paper. It says it is Dragon Blood. It's a size 7.5, and I paid $5 for it. And that's pretty cool. Beautiful, beautiful piece of jewelry. And kept the tag on this one. I got this one from her as well. And this one says it's Mexican bird eye, and it's a size 6. And there's the undercarriage. This is that, and I paid $5 for it. This is that jewelry that is stamped 925, but this part right here is not. This is, a silver wash over brass or bronze or something. So that's why she can offer these so cheaply. All right, so this next one, right there, look at that one. This is called Tree Agate. It's size 7.5, and she has an X over that. Yeah, I paid $5 for that. So one of the things I like about this lady who runs Tools to Jewels is she will say, I gotta clear out stuff because I'm getting more in. So, and she'll have $5 ring sales, and then sometimes. Hint, hint, Nashville Flea Market people, I hope you're listening. They offer free parking on Fridays at the Nashville Flea. They usually do it for the November, December, and January shows. And so that's where I was able to get those rings. And it just, I'm just, okay, I'm going to get on my soapbox here. I'm going to stand right here and get on my soapbox. It bothers me that I have to pay $10 to park my car in a gravel lot and then walk 2 blocks to the Nashville Flea Market where you get in for free. But I'm like, why am I paying $10 just to park my car 2 blocks away? There's no security. There's nobody watching this. There's nobody handing out tickets. There is one security guard who kind of acts as the crossing guard to make sure you cross the street safely, and you give him the $10. And it drives me insane. I don't understand why I have to pay for that. You shouldn't have to. These people downtown are like, why doesn't anybody come downtown anymore? I'm like, because they want you to pay out the nose to park. Okay. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. There we go. All right, so I had to scoot this over so I could get to more rings. Whoops. How about I move that? There we go. Oop, now see, it's not going to work. Maybe. I like having that black there. Okay, let's see what we can do. Maybe if I do it like this. All right, so this is a stamped 925 ring, and it's showing a little wear. That brassiness is coming out. Now, I suspect this probably came from someplace like Tools to Jewels at the Nashville Flea Market, but that's not where I purchased this. This is probably a banded agate, I'm guessing, or some sort of agate. And I purchased this, I know I paid $5 for this at a thrift store in Smyrna, and it's called the Depot Emporium, or the Emporium Depot. One of the two. In Smyrna, there's railroad tracks that go through there, so a lot of things have a train theme to. What is that? Well, I don't know where you came from, and I don't know what's your... You from this? New? I don't know where you came from. Well, we're just going to set this over here. There we go. All right, so this one I got from Tools to Jewels, and this is Bumblebee Jasper. Look at that. Oh, it is so pretty. I always get compliments on this ring whenever I wear it. Look at that detail on the side. It is so, so pretty. And I luckily have a couple of pieces of Bumblebee Jasper like necklaces to wear and to choose from to wear with this ring. Lovely ring. I don't think I paid $5 for that. I think I paid up a little. All right, we'll try this and see how it works. Tools to Jewels. Whoops. I did buy this from Tools to Jewels. Nice long piece of stone there. Stone. There it is. Also get lots of compliments with this. And this one I wore just this week. It is my DTR soda light ring. And I purchased this for $5 at that same Depot Emporium in Smyrna. They did not know what it was, and I did. And it's lovely. And it's funny because you're like, oh, how, this could easily pass for one of these others that I have purchased from Tools to Jewels. If you could feel the weight on this one compared to, say, this one, you would feel the difference. We always say you got to feel that quality. Okay, this is a piece of blue lace agate. Tools to Jewels again. Beautiful piece there. This is Tools to Jewels as well. An excellent specimen of labradorite. Look at that. Let me tell you this, and I've chatted with this lady as I've purchased and shopped, with her, and she loves labradorite. She knows what she's doing, and there's not a bad piece of labradorite on her table at all. All right, this one I recently purchased from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. It's a crystal set cross on a sterling silver right there. And I wear it when I want to feel pious. And I say that tongue-in-cheek, you guys, okay? This one I also purchased from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. It's got little shamrocks on it, little shamrock flowers. I guess it's more of a house plant than it is a flower. Anyway, beautiful little crystals in there. I had my eye on this one for a while. She would offer it, and then she'd say, well, I'll save it for the end of the month. I did buy this at the end of the month sale, and got a fair price for it, I think. It's very, very pretty. Let's see, this ring got from Tools to Jewels. This is a rainbow moonstone. You can kind of see, look at that flash in there. Oh, look at that. And it is absolutely beautiful. And this ring, this is what I call, this next ring is what I call my mini rainbow moonstone. This is my teeny weeny one. This one I purchased from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore, and it is sterling silver. And again, you can feel the weight on this one compared to the others. And but this is my teeny tiny mini one. But still packs a punch. Whoop. Bloop. All right, we finished another row. So on to the next. Look at this one. All right, remind anybody of the Spaceship Earth at Epcot? Look at that. Oh, paid $1 for this at a thrift store in Murfreesboro. It is completely costume, but it is fun and just mesmerizing. Not to be outdone, I also have this one. And unfortunately, it came to a point and I broke it. See that? Where I broke it? So it's like plain white, and then all of a sudden it picks up on the different facets there. So, but that's on me. And again, I picked this up at a thrift store someplace, so no biggie. This is Avon. Look at that. It's huge, big old piece of purple glass. Look at the undercarriage on that. I remember when I purchased this. I sold Avon for a little bit back in the early 2000s when I was a stay-at-home mom, and I remember there was some event we went to, and I purposely purchased this to wear to that event. It's costume, but it's pretty, and I like it. This next piece actually belonged to my great-grandmother, and it is sizable there. And I can't tell you anything else about it, but except that it was old. But I remember my mother and I went up for my great-grandmother's funeral. I didn't really know her. I don't think I ever met her. But my grandma was there. She'd come up from Florida. And my aunt, one of my aunts was there. One of my mother's sisters was there. And so they were going through some jewelry, and they gave this to me. I was very young, like 12, 11, around in there. So I'm trying to think if I've ever even worn it. I don't think I have. But it's just a nice little costume piece that I look at it and I'm like, that belonged to my great-grandmother. This next piece is this DTR? Yes, this is also DTR. Purchased this for $5 from the place that didn't know what DTR was. And look at that beautiful turquoise. I don't know. It is gorgeous. And again, got a nice weight to it. Nice big oval piece. Beautiful on. This one I purchased from Tools to Jewels. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And this has the same kind of setting as the Bumblebee Jasper, and this one, according to the tag, is Oyster Turquoise, size 7, and I paid $7 for this one. So I'll hold that up there again. Very pretty. This next ring is a sterling silver scarab ring, and I purchased this from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage. And if I hold it just right, can you see the twist in it? It's meant to be that way. Do you see that twist? It's really neat on. But I like my scarabs, like Egyptian stuff. Speaking of scarabs, I did purchase this one from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage as well. And it's got some nice little designs on the side. And it looks like it was a bead, and they set it down in this ring setting. This is just like a resin. I don't feel like it's ceramic. It feels like a resin to me. But I mentioned earlier that I like, Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate. This ring reminds me of the constellations that they would have to use on the dial home device on Stargate, which has an Egyptian background to it as well. So anyway, but that's one of the reasons why I bought that ring. Let's see here. This next is, I got this from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. This is the Israel Elite. Not quite sure which way the E is sounding, but Eliot stone. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But they found it. The name that the stone is named after is the area in Israel where they can find this stone, and so that's why it has that name. And this is set in sterling silver. Beautiful ring. A lot of people think it's turquoise, but it's not. Okay, we finished another row. Let's start up here at this one. This is an opal. Oh, for heaven's sakes, Amy. This is an opal doublet. So it might be, I don't think it's a triplet. I think it's a doublet. So what that means is there is a thin piece of opal, and you can see that beautiful coloring in there. And they have put glass on top of it to protect it and to just make it enhanced a little bit more. Beautiful sterling silver setting on that. Look at the banding on the side on the shank. That beautiful. I feel very elegant wearing this. It's an absolutely beautiful ring. This next piece here is set in sterling silver. Purchased Did I get this one from Anna, or did I have two of these. Where's the other one at? Where is the other one? I do not see it right now. Yes, I do. It's right here. Okay, so one of these I purchased from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore, and one of these I purchased from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage. And I purchased them probably within the same week of each other, definitely the same month of each other, and I cannot right now off the top of my head remember which one came from which. But they are both the Mystic Topaz or Mystic Quartz, I can't remember now which. But they are beautiful stones, and same stones, but two very different styles in their rings. Actually, I think this one came from Anna and this one came from Leslie, Anna, I think. Again, sterling silver, you can feel the quality in these. Very beautiful to wear. I'm going to set those aside. They need to be closer together. This one I also purchased from Anna. Look at these beautiful stones. Beautiful gemstones. Beautiful sterling silver. This is gorgeous to wear. Get lots of compliments, and it is just so pretty. And I really like how the gemstones are cut differently. Like this one's faceted. Well, I mean, they're all faceted, but the different cuts just kind of makes you do a double take at it. Very pretty. Love this ring. This came from Tools to Jewels. This is a rose quartz. Lightweight. It looks white. I assure you it's got a very lovely pink hue to it. A little washed out. This came from Tools to Jewels. I've shown this one before. I've worn this one several times over. Where's my little slip? This is... It says it was Iron Tiger's Eyes, what she says. Yeah, I can kind of see it. That I think about it a little bit. I always think that iron is the red, and this is blue. So maybe it's blue. I don't know. It is a size 10, and it was $5, and I knew it would be too big. So I just kick it old school and have a piece of paper rolled up and taped around it, and it fits. And beautiful piece of jewelry right there. This belonged to my late Meemaw. This is Sarah Coventry. This is a faux piece of turquoise. It's supposed to look like turquoise, and it's faux silver, and it's got an expand. I thought it expanded. Yeah, it's got a little expansion on it. But this is Sarah Coventry. And my Meemaw, she used to sell Sarah Cove. So, but whenever I wear this with my real turquoise, you can tell. It looks just as real as the other stuff. Speaking of, let's go ahead and do some of that turquoise. This is DTR. Purchased this from Beth at the Turtle Shell. Beautiful piece of turquoise in there. Let's see what else. This one I purchased from Jen at Jen's Gems and Vintage Finds. Got a beautiful owl there. An owl is another motif I like. This is adjustable, and it is also eagle marked. And I have worn this thing on several different fingers and wonked it all around, and it fits beautifully because it's got that, can you see that curve to it? It's got a beautiful little curve to it, and really happy with it. She had two of these, and I only purchased one though. And let's see here. This is let me grid it. This is a Thunderbird. No, it's not a Thunderbird. It's the Peyote. Peyote? Am I saying that right? Peyote bird. Thunderbird's different. I apologize. But purchased this from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. Beautiful ring. Another ring I purchased from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore is this one. And not quite sure what mine this turquoise came from, but it's a beautiful piece of turquoise. And sterling silver setting on that one. apologize for all my coughing, you guys. All right, let's see here. This one. Yeah, so this one is real turquoise. Got this one from Beth at the Turtle Shell. And then I got this one from Beth at the Turtle Shell as well. And this is not real turquoise. This is more pot metal, I guess. And see, it's adjustable as well. But again, you wouldn't know it. It looks real. Wear it with all my other stuff and it looks just fine. Now this other piece is one of those, Amy was a dork and didn't know what she was doing. And I have dropped this into silver jewelry cleaner. You know how you can buy those jars of it? And I have dropped this entire ring down in there. And I don't know. It's not the same. Looks fine. I don't think that's real turquoise. I'm starting to think that this is not real sterling silver because it used to look a lot different. Also, 90s Amy was a lot thinner than 2025 Amy. And so it doesn't fit my finger anymore. But I dropped it down in that jewelry cleaner before I knew anything about anything. And I'm just not really happy with it. So it might need to find a new home one day. You know how you just get attached to stuff and you're like, oh, I used to wear this all the time. And then I ruined it. Okay, let's see. Let me check and make sure that was all the turquoise. That was all the turquoise. All right, so now we just got this upper part up here and we're almost done. Thank you for sticking with me. This is Nikki Butler. Isn't it beautiful? It's a moonstone, and whatever this stone is right here, it's green. With the light hits it just right, you can see what it's green. Oh, it's so pretty. And I got this for a steal from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage. I want to say I only paid $25 for it. It was probably one of my first jewelry purchases from her too. And I love it. I love Nikki Butler. He does some excellent work. I'm not a fan of his druzy. I've mentioned that before. I'm not a big fan of druzy. And here lately, that's like all I can find ring-wise from Nikki Butler is druzy. And I'm like, pass. This is a sterling silver ring. That I purchased from Hannah at Hannah's Heirlooms. I like that Scottish and Irish Celtic look, and this is a beautiful ring. Sometimes I'll wear this as my wedding band. And beautiful piece. These you have seen here. I'm going to pull all three of these up. You've seen these recently if you watch my YouTube jewelry shorts of my Jewelry of the Day shorts. These are man-made opal pieces. I purchased all three of these from a boutique in Lebanon, Tennessee that has now closed. And but I've got one, but they are sterling silver and just got that man-made in there. But look how, the different looks you get. So I've got a nice little anchor here. And then I've got this oval with these three little silver motifs on the side. And then this one is banded. Look at the green on there. Wow, this is really showing good. But these are my three man-made opal pieces. And let's see what else we got back here. Oh, here's Mr. Snake. Anna from Vintage Jewelry Galore sold him. I think she needed to sell a few things to pay the bills. And I think she regretted letting it go. So I hope she's watching, and I hope she sees that I'm taking very good care of her snake ring, and that I enjoy him so much. And I just want to, now he's real sterling silver, and he looks really good whenever I wear some other turquoise jewelry. But I just want to show you, look at the different look you get. Oh, fine. See, look at that. Didn't this one just scream like Southwest to you compared to this one, which is like, I'm going to get you. So, I do like my snakes. And thank you, Anna, for giving him up and letting me have him. Let's see here. So these next rings kind of fall into like gold category. Again, this is Nikki Butler. Purchased this from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. Beautiful garnet, and I'm not quite sure what the pink stone is, but it's just beautiful. It's kind of got this. It's blonde gold and kind of skews. I don't know if it's kind of skews a little towards rose gold, but it's not. And I think it's just because of the stones on there, and that's what makes you think that. But a beautiful setting on this. This looks fantastic on. Get lots of compliments on this one. But so that's Nikki Butler as well. Let's see. These 4 rings are gold tone in costume, and I purchased all of no, not that one. Purchased these 3 from Jen at Jen's Gems and Vintage Finds, and she had a couple bags of like jewelry jar bags of Mama Marge's jewelry, and so I purchased. She had 4 available. I purchased 3 of them, and 0 regrets on that. And these were in there, and I'm happy to report that Mama Marge and I have the same ring size, and so she can send me her unwanted jewelry any day of the week. I will gladly take it or buy it. Now, I kind of threw this one down at the last minute. This is a ring that I saved up money for and purchased. I was still, was I even in high school? I might have been in junior high. So we're talking late 80s, early 90s. I purchased this from a store called Imposters in the Church Street Center Mall in downtown Nashville. My father was an attorney. He had a law office, and I never went on summer vacations or things like that. I went downtown and worked for my dad. And so he would pay me, I want to say it was like $50 a week. But for the time, man, I thought that was rich and awesome. And so I would be his law clerk. And I remember I just had my eye on this. I just loved it so much. I remember as young as I was, I remember the employees who worked in that store were like, come on in, we'd love to show you things, and they just treated me like an adult. And I really, it meant a lot to me at the time. And so I saved up my money and bought this ring. And if you look at it carefully, it is starting to show some wear on it, but it is a beautiful piece, and it means a lot to me, even though it's just costume and probably a little fancy for my style now. But back then it was all I wanted, and I would just go by and look at it, and they would let me try it on just to, because they knew I was saving my money for it. But anyway, means a lot to me. And I did a lot of research to remember what the name of that store was, but it was called Imposters. Apparently it was a chain of costume jewelry stores, and Barbara Bush liked to purchase her faux pearl necklaces from them, according to the research I found. So anyway, Church Street Center Mall is no longer there. They tore it down and put the Nashville Public Library downtown branch on top of it, and which I felt was a very good use of space. So, because I'm a librarian. All right, let me finish that thought. Let's see here. This ring you see a lot. This is my crystal and gold tone moon and star ring. I purchased this myself within the last year from Belk, and it is a fun little ring to have and wear. This ring, how did I get this ring? Did I buy this? This might have come in a jewelry lot. Look at that. Look at that atomic. Don't they call this an atomic starburst? Look at that faux turquoise. There's faux stones in there. It is an adjustable ring. I don't think it's marked at all. I have yet to wear this. It's just too pretty to let go of. It's so beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Even I'm just like, staring at it right now. All right, let me put that back. Okay, let's see here. These next couple of rings, let's see, this one, and this one, and this one all belong to my late Meemaw. I think that's a little piece of nephrite jade in there. Look at this beautiful it's got the silver tone and the gold tone. Mixed metal, thank you, not multimedia. No, it is mixed metal butterfly ring. Get lots of compliments on that when I wear it. This was my Meemaw's. This is actually too tiny for me to even wear, but it was my Meemaw's, so I don't want to let go of it. This one's also too tiny for me to wear. Look at that. I wonder if this one's Sarah Coventry. I don't know, but this one, my Meemaw was a tiny lady, and but it's got a beautiful like smoky quartz, but it's just a piece of glass, but beautiful color to it. So those were my late Meemaws, and let's see, our last two entries. This one was Avon. I purchased this one back in the day, and I still wear this one quite a bit. It packs a really good punch. Just some red stones in there. I remember you could buy this and you could have the different colored stones. I remember there was a green, probably a clear. I don't know if it was a Christmas theme or not, but anyway, this one's really nice. And this is just a little cross ring, little bypass. It looks like a cross when you have it on your finger. It looks like a sideways cross. You know, for like when you truly want to be pious, as opposed to this one right here. Sorry, that's just my tongue-in-cheek sense of humor. So, my friends, that was all my rings. What did you think about that? This jewelry, I can't link things. I don't have enough subscribers yet to actually put clickable links, but I can say in my mentions and down below, I can say, like I can find the name to search for on Amazon if you like this exact piece right here. So I'm going to put it all back together while I finish talking with all of you. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some time with me today. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. That's not the right spot. There we go. And I hope that you go visit some of these YouTube jewelry resellers that I have mentioned. And they are wonderful, wonderful people. I've done business with them time and time again. And they are very kind and lovely, lovely people. Let's see. So today's Saturday. So Anna from Vintage Jewelry Galore should have a sale sometime today. Leslie from Black Dog Vintage will have a sale tonight. She has Vintage Vino on Saturday nights. Jen from Jen's Gems, she will have a sale on Sunday. My Titans are usually playing when she comes on, so I'm going to guess, around 1 or 2 o'clock Central Time. So, because I can watch her and watch the end of my game, and don't start with me on my Titans. I stand by my team, whether they're winning or losing. And she'll be on Sunday. Hannah from Anna's Heirlooms will be on Sunday evening. And let's see, who else did I mention? Tools to Jewels is at the Nashville Flea Market, which is going on right now. If you're in Nashville, you can head on down there and pay your $10 to go and park. I'm not bitter about it at all, am I? And Beth from the Turtle Shell, she has sales on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the times off the top of my head. She used to be earlier in the day. She's kind of moved it down later in the afternoon now. So I want to say around 2 my time. I'm in the Central Time Zone. Just looking around here, let's see what else. Jen, and I think that's pretty much all of them. Those are usually the people. Oh, and then this lady. I'm going to have to look in the below, and I'll have to share with you. Gosh, I cannot remember who she is. And I'm sorry. I do apologize about that. But this is how I've stored everything. What do y'all think? Whoops. That one still got sticky on it. There. there. So that's how I've stored. How do you store your rings? Let me know if you have a different method. I started off just keeping my rings. You know, I have like a jewelry chest, you know, the tall kind with legs, and the side doors open up for necklaces, and you got all the little drawers, and then the top hinges open like this, and you got space for rings in there. So I started off with just that, and yeah, no, I got this. I asked for this. I got it. Did I get this at Christmas? Yeah, I think I got this at Christmas, and it's been very handy to have. And as you can see, I still have some space. Still have a few ring. You know, some of these rings are longer and take up some space. So if you have some different solutions on how to store your rings, I'd love to hear how you store yours. And you know, I just want to encourage you to go visit these jewelry YouTube resellers and support them. You can, and you guys, really, if you don't buy a thing, they don't care. They want you to just go to their channels to like. They want you to subscribe to them. That is worth piles of gold to us in the jewelry YouTube reselling, or in the YouTube land. But if you buy, that's great. You know, if anything, just come and hang out with us. The jewelry family is so tight and so nice. And I've made so many friends online, and I'm very grateful for all of them. And just want to encourage you to come and be part of that loving family that we have. All right, so enough about that. I hope that you have a great week. Hope that God blesses you greatly, and I will see you next week with another feature-length video. And that's what I have to say for now. So bye-bye, everybody. Lots of love to you. Thank you. Bye.